the way from California. I'm the regional ambassador with Global World Trade, and very excited to host another regional ambassador all the way from Nigeria, of course, of Global World Trade, to be our trainer tonight. As we all know, this is a Mr. Dewitt. This Mr. Dewitt has been with the company for just a little bit over a year, I believe. If I'm wrong, please correct me. You have been doing great. You have been making great money with GWT. You know, we talk about $25,000 a month. That's a huge achievement with shortly just a little bit a year with Global World Trade, and of course reaching your regional ambassador status, and you know everything that you have done is just absolutely amazing. So I'm pretty sure everyone is excited to learn from you. You know, I'm pretty sure everyone has been encountered a lot of objections from when they're dealing with prospects or clients on a daily basis, and you would be the best person, Mr. AbdurRazaq. You are the best person, in my opinion, to handle these objections and overcome these objections. And what do you do to make this happen and to have such a beautiful and big started team? And please share with us. You know, we are looking forward to learn from you. So, AbdurRazaq, are you there with us?
Yes, I am. Sherry, can you hear me?
Absolutely, hear you loud and clear. Please take it away, and we are all having pens and notebook ready for this amazing training that you're going to do.
Awesome, awesome. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, anywhere in the world. I'm so privileged to be on the call, and it's great to have the opportunity to share my ideas, about our amazing GWT products and opportunity. And you're welcome, and I hope you're ready to have fun, because that's what we're going to do tonight. We're going to have fun. We're going to be, looking at how to handle objections. Now, straight away, I like to say that that is the game. That's the name of the game in our business, because it's all about sharing our opportunity, about answering people's questions. So I want you to relax. I want you to just, take the information as though, you're talking with your prospect this evening. So generally, the mindset that you all want to have, at the beginning, once you start to talk to your prospect, it's about, you have to be comfortable. I just get comfortable about this, and you want to make sure that your prospects, you want to ensure that you're at ease. You put them at ease, because most of them are always very uncomfortable when they're looking at an opportunity. So the most important thing is you want to ensure that you are at ease, you're comfortable, you're confident, because you want to answer their questions, all right? Because most of them, they're coming, with they're coming from a lot of backgrounds, all right? So they have fear in their minds. This is new waters for them, so to speak. So you want to be very pleasant with them. You want to get them past the no. Once you get them past the no, then they're very open, they're receptive to answer, to listen to you, all right? So most times you don't talk too much, okay? You want to listen more, let them do the talking, and then you do the answering. So 60%, of people all the time, when they hear a new idea, all right, 60%, of people want to say no, all the time. They say, in fact, sometimes somebody will tell you no 7 times, all right, before they make a commitment, all right? So you want to give them room to say no, and then you go back and you be very gentle with them, you be persistent, you be nice, and a lot of people, you know, they want to buy from you, all right, they just don't want to be sold, okay? So you want to be very gentle, you want to be very, very persuasive, and then just get them to be comfortable. Now, how you respond, all right, whenever, you know, they ask you a question is very, very important. So you don't want to be defensive, okay? You don't want to come across to them as if you're trying to defend the business, or you're trying to defend your opportunity. No, GWT is very easy for people to understand, so you want to make it very easy for them to understand. You don't want to you don't want to be offensive, because once you're offensive, you push them away. All right, so the goal, every time you're talking to your prospects, always remember, your goal is to educate them about what we have. All right, explain to them what we have and make them understand how what we have will benefit them. So it's all about education and understanding. Our job is to help people to see. All right, a lot of people are blinded. They don't know what we have. They've not even heard about maybe they've heard about GWT before, but they don't know about GWT, because so you want to help them to understand what we have. When someone brings up a negative question, all right, and they offer you an objection, all they're trying to tell you is, you know, help me to see this, open my eyes, okay, get me past my no. All right, so there are 3 Ds of objection, really: determination, dialogue, and delivery. All right, determination means you have, you know, your posture has to be, you have to be confident. All right, you have to come across as somebody that is, you know, in control of what you're saying, because a lot of people will go along with you if you're confident. All right, and that comes to, you know, the tripod of belief. Now that's a total training altogether, and I recommend that you go to the GWT YouTube channel and look up the tripod of belief training, and that training basically, you know, is about belief in GWT, belief, you know, in our management, belief in the products that we represent, and of course the second is belief in the industry of network marketing. You have to solidly, you know, must have conviction about, you know, the entire industry, and that is it is actually the last, you know, opportunity for people to hit a financial home run with a very, very little, you know, investment upfront. And then the third, you know, tripod of belief is belief in yourself. Now that is the most important, because if you don't believe in yourself, who else will believe in you? All right, so you need to have all these 3 beliefs going forward. And then of course dialogue, and that's what we'll be talking about today. How to, you know, it's communication. Once you learn how to ask the right questions, you learn how to have a very strong posture, then, okay, people will start to listen to you and they'll start to believe you. And then of course delivery, once again, is about confidence, it's about enthusiasm, about, you know, the business, about, you know, the opportunities. So you have to be very confident, you have to have a very strong posture, and you have to have a very, very, you know, strong, you know, be enthusiastic all the time, you know, when you're talking to people. And then of course we have the 3 E's of handling objections: energy, enthusiasm, excitement. You have to have energy. You know, you should always be very, very confident when you're talking about GWT. People, you know, they buy you first before they buy your business. Okay, so, you know, your energy must radiate. You know, you must be very enthusiastic about the products. Okay, you must be very enthusiastic about, you know, opportunity, and of course excitement. People love, you know, make sure that you're talking with excitement, and, you know, it rubs off on your prospect. So you have to have those 3 E's, is very, very important. And of course we have, you know, the 3 F's on handling objections, which is the feel, felt, and found. This is so important. A lot of people, all right, they miss out, you know, with their prospects, because, you know, you don't know how to, you know, what it means is, you know, when you're talking to your prospect, you have to make them relate to them, make sure that they understand that, you have gone through, you're just like them. So you have to feel it, tell them, I understand how you feel about this, because objection is just answering. So I understand how you feel about this. I also felt the same thing when I heard about it, the first time. And, what I found out that, it was a business that I could do because the products, are visual products. I found out that people like to wear jewelry. I found out that, a lot of people have, they're excited about wearing, luxury designer products. And of course, they didn't think that they could have access to great products at very great prices. All right, so, and then you make them understand that you will not be alone. We have a system where, you have help from, people who have been successful in the business. In fact, we have our My5. We explain to them that, My5 are 5 people who have been successful in the business, who are always ready to support you, answer your questions, and coach you. And of course, we have great third-party, credibility. All right, and we're talking about our media accolades. We're talking about, being, the Canadian jeweler. We have third-party credibility. We've been in the American Business Journal. Of course, we have, our Mac packs and our glamour packs, that you can use, to show credibility. So it's not just what I'm telling you. So you're telling your prospect, it's not just what I'm telling you. It's about, what the whole world is saying about GWT. So we have all of that in place. And of course, would you, right? Sometimes a lot of people come, when you're talking to a prospect, and they come up with objections. All right, it's not what they tell you is not really the objection. So you want to ask a lot. You need to be able to ask a lot of questions. The more you're able to ask good questions, the more you'll get to the substance. You get, you peel, back the layers of the onion, so to speak. So you're digging in deep. You're digging in deep so that you get to the root cause of, their objection. All right. So somebody says, I don't have time. So you just, respond by saying, so if you had time, would you launch a VDM? Okay. Somebody tells you that, I don't have money. You ask the person, so if you had the money, okay, would you launch your VDM? So it's all about asking the right questions, okay? So what you find is that at the end of the day, what they tell you is the objection is not really the objection. So you need to be very, very, very good at asking questions. The person who asks the right questions has the control of the conversation, right? So you always want to be in control of the situation. Now, objections fall into one of two categories, all right? Limiting beliefs on the prospect's abilities, and of course, limiting belief in the network marketing industry, all right? So limiting beliefs is about the person could be, I don't have time, I don't, think I can do this business, and so it comes, in several different ways. So I don't have time. So you ask the person, okay, if you have time, will you do the business? Now you say you don't have time. What are you doing right now? You're spending so much time working for another person. You're spending so much time working for other people. Will you continue to spend, 40 weeks, for the rest 40 years, okay? You're working 40 hours, every week for the next 40 years in somebody else's business, enriching somebody else. That's the reason why you need to do the business. Because guess what? We all have just, this amount of time to spend in the world anyway. So why don't you live your dreams? Why don't you take responsibility for your life and do the things that, will enrich your own life rather than enriching other people's life, all right? So you ask them, questions. So if you have the time, would you launch a VDM? How much time do you think you need to spend on building the business? Some people think, they need to do this 24 hours, 7 days a week. No. You make them understand that, okay, you start this business on a part-time basis, and then gradually, as you begin to make, extra income, and that income begins to meet, or match, what you're bringing in full-time, then that's the time you need to go full-time. All right, so it takes time. All right, then you ask people spend a lot of time, on what I call time wasters. Spend too much time watching TV. Spend too much time hanging out. Spend too much time, partying. So ask them, very good questions. How much time do you watch TV? Now, if you can, cut the hours that you spend watching TV and put in 2-3 hours, up to 5 hours a week in this business, will that make a difference in your own life? And of course, make people understand that, there's nobody in the world, all right, who is bored making money. Okay, so these are, kind of, the kind of conversation that I have with people. And of course, a lot of people will tell me, is this a pyramid scheme or a scam? And this kind of question comes about. Hello, can you hear me, Sherry?
Yes. Do you mind?
Okay.
Do you mind jumping to be your prospect, and then you can handle my objections?
Right. Yeah, I don't mind that. That'll be fine, Sherry. So we can role play here. I was just getting, the mindset, putting people to have the right mindset before we start handling the objection. So I think we've covered that now. So you can come in, and then you can be, my prospect, and then yeah, so we can role play. That'll be fine.
Yeah, I think that would be great. I think that would be fun to do when we go back and forth a little bit. So I will be a very hard to convert prospect. Okay, be ready? Say, I already watched the tour, everything, so I start to give you some, objections. After the tour, right? So you come to talk to me, and the first one say, AbdurRazaq, I like everything I see. However, I just have a new baby. I'm so busy with my job and the baby. I really don't have time to do this business.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sherry, for looking at our tour, and I'm so glad that you took the time to look at it now. Congratulations on your baby, and I think this actually will be a great time for you to take a look at our business, because I believe that you'll have a lot of time by yourself with your baby, and as the baby is growing, so you could you need a few hours every week is what you need to dedicate to GWT, because you don't want to spend all the time. It's not a 24 hours 7 days business. It's a home business, and you don't need to put in all the time, because you need to spend time with your baby. So you just need a few hours every single day just to take a look, and it's something that I'm going to be available to help you to do. So how does that sound? A few hours every day. How much can you spend? Can you spend an hour every day just to take a look at your business? Is that too much to ask, Sherry?
Hour a day, you saying? I can consider that. 1 hour a day?
Okay, fantastic.
Okay.
1 hour a day is, it's for starters, that 1 hour a day is good enough, and that should get you off, running, and then we'll take it, further. I mean, maybe after the next 2 weeks, we'll spend more time, maybe 2 hours every day. So we'll just take it gradually. It's a very simple process. You don't have to spend too much time. So can we start off with an hour a day?
I can consider, but I'm also afraid is this a pyramid scheme?
Pyramid scheme?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. Now, this definitely is not a pyramid scheme. Now, let me ask you, why did you ask, is this a pyramid scheme? Have you had any experience in the past, where you have been in an opportunity and it didn't work for you? Is that why you're asking if it's a pyramid scheme or scam?
Yes, like I heard a lot of people saying, like the pyramid scheme, and I heard that it's like Amway type of business. Is this that you just need you are making money of other people's money and things like that?
All right, Sherry. Now, the first thing, we're role playing, okay? But I need to make everybody who's listening to understand that you can approach this kind of objection in several ways. For instance, it depends. All right, if you're talking to somebody who you already know, or if it's somebody that you just met, okay, so you don't have a lot of experience with that person in terms of like and trust. All right, so if it's somebody that you're just meeting, all right, so you need to be, like I said, it's about posture. You need to be very strong and come out and say, excuse me, pyramid scheme? I'm sorry, this is not a pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme is illegal, and global wealth trade is not an illegal business. Okay, we have a legitimate company, and our company is going into its 10 years in business. Now, you ask the person, do you think a company that is has been around for 9+ years, do you think that is a scam? Of course. The person will say no. And then, of course, you give the person third-party credibility. You show the person, your mark pack. You show the person credibility. Third-party credibility, like we have from the Canadian jeweler, like we have within on the American Business Journal. Okay, and several awards that the company has been able to achieve in recent times. All right. So you show them that, and of course, if the person is somebody that you know, that's even easier. All right, so you answer, that person, with a confused look on your face, and you say, pyramid scheme, okay, and you keep that look on your face, and then you tell the person, Sherry, you've known me, all right, you've known me for the past 2 years, for the past 5 years. Do you think I will be involved in something that is illegal? Of course, the person will say, definitely not, definitely not. And then of course you go ahead and you show the person more, third-party credibility. Like I mentioned, you have the mark pack, you have business for home that have shown that GWT have the best compensation plan, and also we have the strongest product lines in the entire direct sales industry. Of course, you have other information that you can show them. So that's how you should answer that kind of objection. And then, of course, we have, yes.
I mean, now, when we first got started, that 7 years ago, that more people ask this kind of question, but now we are really getting this kind of questions. So, but if there's some people still ask, then that's great answer. That's great act that you should do. So yeah, yes. I'm agree with you. Thank you so much for that. But let's continue. So I don't know how to sell. I'm not a salesperson. I never sell anything in my life.
Fantastic. Now this is one of my best objections. Okay, and we are not. Listen, everybody who's on the call, we are not in the business of selling. All right, we're in the business of sorting. We sort. We look for people who are ready. All right, and then when you get to this objection, I don't know how to sell. I'm not in the selling business. You tell the person, it's about sharing. We don't sell. Our business is not a selling business. You ask the person, all right, when was the last time, okay, you went to a restaurant? And the person tells you, I went to a restaurant maybe 2 days ago, and you ask the person, what was your experience? Did you enjoy the meal? Yeah, of course, you did enjoy the meal. Oh, fantastic. So, did you tell somebody about your experience? Yes, I did. Well, that's exactly what we do. You shared your experience, all right, with somebody, and that person, believe it or not, may have gone or will go to that restaurant to have the type of meal that you had to get the type of experience that you enjoyed. What have you just done? You just made a sale for the restaurant owner, but the restaurant owner doesn't know you, all right? But that's exactly what we do in GWT. We simply wear beautiful luxury designer products and we share it with our family, we share it with, you know, our neighbors, we share it with complete strangers. And people ask me all the time, what do you mean share? Well, simply by wearing the products, you're sharing it. All right, people see you and they ask you about your beautiful designer wristwatch that you're wearing, your shoes, your necklace, you know, and that's simply sharing, you know, with people. And once you share it, you know, to a point where, you know, they are comfortable to, you know, also participate, that means they want to get that wristwatch, they also want to wear the beautiful shoes. You've just, you know, made a sale with them. You just, you know, either they buy the product from you, all right, or they can buy the product from themselves. So what I tell people is, all right, so there are two ways that you can have access to these products. It's either you buy them at the retail value, you go to my virtual designer mall and buy it from me at the retail value, or you can buy it from yourself at a discount. Oops, I can buy it from myself at a discount? Tell me about it. And I say, well, the way, how you can buy from yourself is you can launch your own virtual designer mall just like me. And once you do that, guess what? You can begin to get paid from, you know, the activity of every other person that will launch their business, all right, and will fall into your team, and you show exactly what I've just done with you right now, and your business begins to grow and you can get paid to infinity. That blows the mind up. That really opens the mind up, and they want to participate, they want to launch their VDM.
I like
That's
that.
how you handle, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Actually, AbdurRazaq, if you don't mind, I actually also like to bring Maria Gaderi all the way from Toronto, Canada, our regional ambassador, to join us to handle some objections and also to role play with you too. How's that sound to you?
That's great. I love to. The more the merrier.
You got two women to handle here on this call. Maria, are you there with us? Hello, Maria.
Hi, AbdurRazaq. Hi, Sherry. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Hi, Maria. How are you?
AbdurRazaq, you have no idea how excited I've been since I heard that you're doing the training today. I mean, you know, it's always like, it's like this mysterious group of leadership in Nigeria who are creating so much results in the business, and they're the #1, you know, fastest growing market in the world right now. And I'm like, I want to learn from them. What are you guys doing? So I've been really, really excited. And you're doing an amazing job. Congratulations, AbdurRazaq. And
thank you so much, Maria. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm listening to your training, and I'm like, that's a good idea. I've never thought of that.
All right.
Exactly.
Great.
So, Maria, you wanna take it on, like for the next few objections with AbdurRazaq?
Yes, I just wanted to, everything AbdurRazaq and yourself said, it was perfect. There's not really much to add. One thing I wanted to say, AbdurRazaq, is when my first year in GWT, I was very young. I was 23 years old, and I came from sales job. I used to be at sales. So I used to get a lot of objections from people, and I remember one of the things I did, I wrote down all, I think it was 57 or 80 questions or objections, and I sent it to all the top earners in the company. That's including, you know, Reza, Sean, Lior, everybody, and I also the CEO, and I said, I want to hear each and every one of you, how would you answer these questions? So that was very interesting. And one of the things that you said about the previous objection was the previous one that I remembered. Oh, I'm not in sales. One of the answers I remember that I really liked that Lior said, and I started using that. It doesn't work on everybody, but it does work on many people. When they say, I don't know how to sell, I've never done sales, Lior always says, well, you know, there's two ways to make money. There's first way to sell product, and if you don't like to sell, the second way is to build a team of people, salespeople, who like to sell. So if you don't want to sell, you can find 5, 10, 20, 30 people who like to sell, put them in your team, and now they're going to go sell product to their customers, and you make royalty income or residual income on that. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree with that, and you know, to further, you know, that idea, that's simply, you know, what Director is all about anyway. It's all about building an asset. You see, your asset is your teams. Okay,
that's right.
There's so much that you can sell. There's so much that you can sell, but guess what? You know, from one person, 2 people that come into your team, and your team begins to grow. I mean, just think about it. Just think about it. I mean, and I go back again, once again, to the cash flow quadrant. You have the left side and the right side. On the left side, okay, you have, you know, the employees, and you have, you know, the specialists, the solo, you know, those people who are self-employed, and of course, you have on the right-hand side, you have the business owners, and of course the investors. So your goal in this business is to go right, you know, from being an employee to being, you know, a business, a solo. That means you're a professional, you're a doctor, or you're an architect, and you want to become a big business owner where you have, you know, 500 people, you know, over 500 people working together with you and building your business. All right. So that's the mindset that, you know, you need to make people understand, that it's not about selling. Okay, it's about building an asset for yourself and your family that will continue to grow long after, you know, you stopped putting in effort into your business. All right. So that's it. It's about sharing, and it's about building an asset that would outlive you. Can you hear me, Sherry?
Absolutely, AbdurRazaq, you said 100%. Most people get it, some people don't get it. You know, earning, you can never become a millionaire by working for somebody else. The only way for you to create wealth is to build your own empire. When it comes to the sales question, one of the answers I give to, especially those who like to wear high-end designer product and like to wear luxury, I tell them, listen, you know, you are selling. When you're wearing a Louis Vuitton bag, you're selling Louis Vuitton, because when you're wearing it, you're promoting the brand of Louis Vuitton. When you're wearing a Rolex watch, you're promoting the Rolex watch, because when people see it on you, they're like, oh, that's a Rolex watch. Automatically, subconsciously, they're going to go to, when they want to buy a next watch, they're going to go to Rolex because they saw it on you. So, you know, you might not get paid for it, because, you know, when you're wearing Louis Vuitton, when you're wearing Chanel, when you're wearing Gucci, you're not getting paid for it, but you're promoting it for free. So now, what if you could actually get paid to promote these brands? I mean, a brand like GWT is the only brand that actually you get paid when you're wearing it and you're promoting it. So when they say I'm not a salesperson, I say you don't have to be a salesperson. You're already doing what you're supposed to get paid for it, but you're not getting paid for it. But with GWT, you get paid.
True, absolutely, absolutely. So let's move forward. Let's look at another objection. So which of you ladies is going to ask me the next objection?
All right. So, you know, AbdurRazaq, I love this business. It sounds really good, but I don't know a lot of people. I don't know if I can do this business.
Awesome, awesome. Now, to handle this, you know, all the time, like I said at the beginning, the most important thing is you want to be very, very, you know, put your prospects, make them very comfortable. So, and then they draw that from you. So you have to be confident. And so once you get this, I don't know enough people, and you know, every time I hear that, I'm like, wow. Every turn of your head, you know, I tell people, what do you see? Every time you turn your head, all right, they say, well, every time I'm out, I'm in the mall, I'm in the market, you know, every time I turn my head, I see people. The reason people tell you that they don't know enough people is always the fear of rejection, okay? They're afraid, all right? So they don't know how to approach people. Right, so you ask a very simple question. Do you know 2 people who might be interested in time and financial freedom or tax savings? Of course. Everybody knows at least you know, 10 people, but just ask them, do you know 2 people who might be interested in time and financial freedom and tax savings? Do you know anyone who complains about job, time, and money? So it's always about asking the right question. Now that person asked you that question, made that objection because, obviously that's not the real, you need to ask the questions to get to the root of, exactly what they're trying to say. All right, so once you ask the right questions, okay, and you make them feel very comfortable, you find out that they even affirm, they start to answer the questions themselves. Of course, they know 2 people who want to have time and financial freedom. The first person is themselves. All right, they know someone who wants to get tax savings. That person is themselves. All right, they know people currently asking them about, oh, you know what, I'm spending too much time on my job, I don't have time, and they're not paying me enough money. So you make it very realistic for them. You make them, once people are comfortable, they'll actually tell you, well, you know what, I need more money, I need more time freedom, and I need to get more tax savings. Ask the right questions, make them feel very comfortable, and they'll always come up and tell you exactly how they feel, and then they're ready to get started in the business. So that's how I handle that objection. I don't have I don't know enough people. There's so many people that they can approach. They just need to know how to approach those people. So that's how to handle that objection. Now, next objection is Maria.
Absolutely, AbdurRazaq, just about the previous objection that you said, one of the things we normally tell people when they say I don't have a lot of people, we say, well, you don't need to bring the whole empire. You don't know who they know. All you need to introduce to the business, really, you only have 2 teams. You really need only 2 people. 2 people who are willing to build strong. So sometimes you might need to sponsor or launch more than 2, 4, 10 until you find those 2 strong people who are going to go out and build a business. So, and then I bring examples like yourself or Sherry. Like, for example, I say Sherry sponsor or launch, for example, 50 people. I don't know how many exactly she did, but 50 people, but now her team is 5,000 people. Or myself, I have a team of 3,000, exactly. But I didn't bring 3,000 people. I only bring 60 people. That's it. So it's really about and it's really about how many how it's only 1 or 2 or 10 people that you're going to introduce. And then I personally compare it to the job. Like, I used to work at sales before, and I had to serve minimum 40 to 50 people per day. I had to talk to and get 5 or 6 sales done per day. And I was like, if you have to do 6 sales per day, or let's say per week, in GWT, 60 people in 7 years. That's like less than 10 per year. So you don't need to bring the whole empire. You only need few people, and then by wearing the product, you automatically attract people to yourself who will ask you about it, and then you can introduce them to the business. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. I just wanted to put a little
That's
bit.
That's fine. It's okay. Yeah.
Awesome. So AbdurRazaq, I love, I think it's a great business, but you know what? I don't think this business is for me.
Yes, that's another objection that a lot of people come up with, and I have a personal experience with this. Okay, the first time that I saw GWT, I actually thought it was not for me. All right, so although I have an open mind, but I thought it was fashion. I thought it's a business for women. Okay, so that's what I thought. But so practically, I'm telling you what happened with me. I became more open-minded. So when you get this kind of objection, what you need to do is you ask the person very simply, why do you think so? Why do you think this business is not for you? Or you ask him, what part of this business don't you like? All right, so a lot of people tell you, they don't wear jewelry, they don't, but you already do it. You go to the store, you buy, you ask them, do you wear any luxury designer product already? Do you have any preferred designer brand that you like to wear? And they tell you yes. Well, then there you have it. This business is for anybody, and the great thing about it is that you can start this business. You can start it, with a very small investment, as low as 169 Canadian dollars. Because the first thing they're thinking about is when you tell them, they say, well, I mean, luxury designer brands, that's so expensive. We actually had just, yesterday at our tour, a lady sat down there and she told me, right in the tour, 10 minutes into the tour, she was already saying, you know what, this is a class, this is a class business. And right there, I stopped her. I said, madam, please just give me the next 30 minutes. Just keep an open mind, and everything you'll see that this is a business. Yes, it's class, but you are class, okay? And if I can do this business, you can do this business too. Then you ask them, what part of this business don't you like? Is it the products that you don't like, or is it the compensation plan that you don't like? And every part of our business is just exciting. And then the lady yesterday, by the time we went through the whole tour, when she saw that we have holidays, we can go on vacations. That was the part that really interested her. She was so excited that she can get to go on vacation. She can get a brand new car paid by the company, a luxury car for 18 months. She was sold. She was absolutely blown away. All right, and then at the end of the presentation, when she learned that this business, you can start it with as low as 169 Canadian dollars, and on top of that, okay, when she realized that we had, the Diamond Rush promotion, that made it even much more appealing for her, because at the beginning, she thought it was a very expensive business to start. But I tell people, even at $3,099, a diamond membership is not expensive. The price is relative. It's relative to, what is it? You make it very practicable for people. All right? If you were to start a business in a mall, even if it's not a luxury designer business, any other business, a grocery business, you want to go and rent a shop in a mall to start your business, how much will you? I make an example, with Abuja, right where we are. When we do our tours, I think about if it's in Kaduna, if it's in Abuja, if it's in, Lagos. Where is, the average market that anybody can go and start a business? And you ask them a very simple question: how much will it take for you to start a business in that market or in that mall? Most times, people give you a figure between 2 million, naira, and up to 5 million. So we're talking about anything between, what, $10,000, over $10,000. That's, and then we're asking you to start a business with $3,099 here. So you make it very practicable for people. Let them see the numbers. Show it to them that this, is a better deal than any deal. And then you don't even have to own, a physical shop. Here, that's something that the lady liked yesterday. The fact that she doesn't have to hold, inventory. The company holds all the inventory for you. All right, so you show people, all the entire parts of the business and make it appealing for them. You contrast it, you compare it to, any traditional business that otherwise, they'll have to spend so much and spend so much time. So you bring out, the very, very, easy part of the business, something that they can actually control, and they know that, the other part that they can control, the inventory, the shipping and insurance, the payment, and you know, others. Everything is handled for them by the company. All right. So that is, you know, how, you know, I normally answer this type of objection. You know, I make people, you know, realize that it's a fun business. All right. It's something that, you know, is exciting, and every day you wake up and you want to do something exciting, and you know, it wakes you up. You know, my GWT business, it wakes me up every day. I can't wait, you know, to wake up, because it's always exciting for me. You know, so make it very exciting for people, and then, you know, once they see, you know, that they can do this, you know, then they open their mind up, then they want to launch their BDM. Back to you, Maria.
Absolutely, AbdurRazaq, you said it right. You know, when they say it's not for me, really, like, one of the questions I ask, and it's called a polling technique. When somebody is rejecting something, you know, you can pull them back by asking them a question. And you said it 100% right by asking them a question: which part of this business is not for you? What do you mean? Is residual income is not for you? Early retirement is not for you. Getting product at wholesale price is not for you. Saving on your taxes is not for you. Earning extra income is not for you. Or maybe looking great and wearing high-end designer product and get paid to wear them is not for you. So when you're asking questions that are the good part of this business, and you're asking it like, really, like, this is the benefit, and you're saying it's not for you, that doesn't even make sense. So by asking questions, you pull them back into the situation, and then you actually get them start thinking. They're like, wow, there's all different benefits. I must be crazy not to like to earn residual income, or not want to be retired soon, or not want to make money, or buy high-end luxury precious commodity at wholesale price, or make them tax write-off while I wear them promoted. I must be crazy. So they actually by asking these questions that AbdurRazaq said, you actually get them start thinking. 100%. Now, AbdurRazaq, I don't know if this business actually would work. You know, I tried so many other businesses in the past. None of them work. I tried other, you know, similar businesses to this with, you know, juices and shakes and cosmetic products. It never worked for me. I don't think if this kind of business actually works.
Absolutely. Now, when you get this kind of objection, what the person is trying to tell you is that, you know what, I have failed. All right, so two things is either the person has been in network marketing before, and they have tried several other businesses, several other opportunities, and they failed, or the person is a brand new person taking a look at network marketing for the first time. Now, there's only one way to find out, and you know, we have trainings to ensure, you know, that you know, so it's tried to bring the person. Once again, it's about making the person comfortable. All right. So you ask the person, you know, there's only one way to find out, and you know, we have trainings to ensure that you succeed. All right, and sometimes, well, you know, like in Nigeria, you know, what's happened, you know, I don't know about other parts of the world, is that in the last 2 to 3 years, all right, a lot of you know, online marketing, you know, opportunities came into Africa, came into Nigeria, and so a lot of people got into you know, those types of businesses. And I keep telling people that you know what, you know, I asked the person, you know, so were you involved in a business? And the person says, yes, I was involved in an online marketing business, and I spent a lot of money, and you know, I lost my money. Okay, and one of the first things I'll ask the person is, did you have you know, a product? You know, that company you were in, was there a real product? Did you have you know, people, you know, in the business, senior partners who have been successful at the very top of the business, and they were available, they were willing, you know, not only to train yourself but your team? Did you have you know, a strong management team who not only, you know, were, you know, managers of the business, but they had, you know, prior, you know, experience in the field of network. I mean, they were actually in the field, right? So it always goes back, to asking the right questions, all right? And you ask them, I mean, this business will work for you. This business is going to allow you to save money on taxes. I know that we have different tax systems here in Nigeria and in the U.S. and Canada and in the Caribbean. All right, so you want to, people always, the tax advantages, show people tax advantages in your region, in your country. And then you ask questions, do you know other people who would like to save on the taxes? Of course, this business will work for you. This business is going to create for you residual income. This business is going to make sure that you're saving on your taxes. So it's always about asking the right questions and put the person at ease. The person just wants you to take their hands and lead them to success. Tell them you're going to be there to support, coach, and train them. Not only them, but also their team members. Tell them you're going to be there to provide the support that they need. They'll be in business for themselves, but they'll be in business, but they'll not be, not by themselves. They have people who, are there to provide, support and ensure that they succeed in the business from the day they get started. All right, and then you show them the tax benefits, show them the tax benefits in your region, how they can, actually save on the taxes. That's a very, very, strong way, because, a lot of people, yes, they work so hard, but taxes just, wipe them clean. But tell them that once they have a business, okay, then they can have tax savings. So that's, the way to handle this objection.
AbdurRazaq, do you want to hear something that I heard from our CEO, how he handled that? And I thought it's
okay, go ahead.
The way he said. So when somebody says, I don't think this kind of business would work, his answer is, have you ever seen anything like this? I can assure you that you've never seen anything like this business. And then the person says something like, just like you said, the person who asked these questions, probably they've either been in another network marketing company, or they've seen, or they've somebody from another MLM approached them. And you said it's not only in Nigeria, it's everywhere in the world. The United States, Canada, Europe, and MLM is everywhere. People join all these companies. Some of them are not. Most of them are not good. So they've been either approached, or they know somebody who was in this kind of companies and never succeed, and they kind of try to stay away from it. So Ramin asked them, have you ever been? I can assure you, you've never seen anything like this. And then the person says, yes, I've seen like juices, or this company had cosmetic product, or some juices and shakes, or whatever they've seen. They tell him, and then his answer is, let me ask you a question. So he says to the prospect, so Rolls-Royce, which is one of the most exotic cars, Rolls-Royce company and McDonald's, they're both in franchise business. Are they the same business? And he says, the prospect says, no. Rolls-Royce sell, $500,000 cars. Sometimes a Rolls-Royce is like $1 million. But McDonald's sells a $2, $5 burger. So Ramin says to him, so both are in the franchise business. The method of marketing of these two companies, both are franchises. But one sells $2 burger and one sells a $1 million car. You're telling me that Rolls-Royce and McDonald's are the same business, but they're not. It's the same as GWT and Amway. So if Amway is in network marketing and GWT is in network marketing, that doesn't mean they are the same company, the same kind of business. Because Amway or Shackley or whatever, A1, they're selling cheap, low-profit products, just like how McDonald's sells $2, $3 burger. But GWT's products are high-end designer products, just like Rolls-Royce sells a $1 million car. So, we're completely two different business. We just have the same or similar method of marketing. And
exactly.
Then the person,
And go ahead.
and then the person, when the person hears that, they just realize how stupid kind of thinking it is to think a juice or cosmetic products are the same as high-end designer product, while it's only the method of marketing is similar, just like how McDonald's and Rolls-Royce method of marketing is franchising.
Exactly. Thank you so much, Maria. And again, I always have facts, to show people when they ask that type of question as well. You tell them that, you know what, in the entire network marketing industry, 96% of companies in the whole network marketing industry are either health and wellness companies or telecom companies. All right, 96% or even 97%. And you tell them there's a lot of competition in those markets, a lot of competition. Now, you tell them in the entire luxury designer brand business, we are the only company, all right, distributing, via direct sales. So, what do you think? You ask the person, how do you feel about that? Would you rather, do you think it's I mean, you can see the huge difference between, what we do and what 96% of other companies do in the same industry, all right? So would you give yourself a chance as a GWT luxury consultant to succeed, all right, where you're exclusive, or would you rather go and do business, amongst 96% of, the other people in the same industry? And the person says, wow, you have a point there. Okay, I think I have, a better shot at succeeding, with an exclusive, designer brand than going to do, what I've done in the past, or, what other people have been telling me about network marketing. So that's another, way to answer that objection. Back at you, Maria.
Actually, AbdurRazaq, Sherry here. Hi. We are almost at the 1 hour mark, and I noticed that there are a lot of more objections we put in this slide. So we probably have to do another one as we discussed the part 2 of it. So let's take the last objection, if you guys don't mind, and then we can maybe answer a couple of questions, and then we can end the call today and continue at the part 2, which we scheduled for, I believe it's May 13th. May 13th. Yeah, I'll give the date. But yeah, please let's take up the last one, and then we can continue part 2 in the very near future.
I agree with you, Sherry. These objections are very important because I know our consultants, especially the new consultants, they receive it from their people all the time. So it's important for us to educate them and give them different options on how to answer. And definitely we should do this next week. AbdurRazaq, you're doing an amazing job. Let's take the last one and then continue this for next week on Sunday.
Absolutely.
All right, AbdurRazaq, I think it's a great company, sounds really good, but you know what? I don't have any money. I don't know how to do it.
Fantastic. You don't have any money. This objection is always the one that would, in fact, if I don't get it at the end of tours, then something is missing. All right, so it always comes up, so it can be at the tour, or you can do it one-on-one tour. It'll always come up. So I love it. I have no money. The best thing that I say right before I even think about it is what? That's the reason you should do the business. Okay? That is the reason you don't have money. That is the reason you should do the business. Because if you keep saying you don't have money, guess what? A year from today, you will still not have the money. And then you say to them something like, look, you spent $499. That's about, look, 85,000 naira in Nigeria, all right? Or 3,099, that's $500,000 in Nigeria. A lot of people spend this kind of money, every other day. You spend it on things that you've never gotten paid for. Listen, it's not how you start, but how you finish. Okay? You make them realize that, they need to start the business because they don't have the money. They need to get creative about getting $499 or at worst case $169 to start a multi-million-dollar business. You make them understand that we're a $1 company in the making. We're going to hit $1 billion this year. How about getting paid 2% share of this, everything we make in our business every single year going forward in your life? That is what is possible for you. You can start today at $169 and you can end up a shareholder of the business in as little as 6-7 months. Are you ready? Are you ready for that? All right. You ask the questions. Did the designer product you bought, has it ever paid you? Okay, so you've never bought any designer product before in your life, but have you seen anybody wearing the designer product before? And the guy says, yes. Would you like to wear a designer? Of course I would like to wear a designer product. How about getting paid for wearing that designer product? Now that starts to ring, bells in their head. All right? And just paint the picture for them that it is possible for them. Make them realize that, okay, it's a journey of 1,000 miles. I mean, it starts with just one step. Just take that one step. Don't worry about seeing all the stairs. Just take the first step and you'll get to the top of the stairs. So make them believe. You need to transfer the belief from yourself. Make them understand that it is possible for them. Once you can get, them past that fear and then show them the possibility that they can achieve, they're open. And eventually they will launch a mall.
Absolutely, AbdurRazaq. That reminds me of one of the things that our CEO went through when he first started in the network marketing industry. When 25 years ago, when his first sponsor in the MLM industry asked him, show him the compensation plan, and he realized how great this industry is. It was a Healthy Cookies company, and when it was coming to the joining part, the person asked Ramin, so ready to join, it's $4,000 to get started. And $4,000 25 years ago was a lot of money to start.
Oh yeah, that's a huge amount of money.
So he was, our CEO being a 19 years old guy who owned a pizza store, he said, I don't have that kind of money. And then the guy asked him, what is your favorite car? And he said, my favorite car is Porsche. And he said, the Porsche right in my driveway? He said, yeah, that Porsche. He took him in front of the window and he said, if I was going to tell you, I'm going to give you this Porsche for $4,000 only until tomorrow morning, would you be able to find $4,000 until tomorrow morning to come and pick up this Porsche? And he said, hell yeah, I'm going to find the money. And he said, where would you find the money? And he said, I would go borrow from someone. I don't know. If I can have that car for $4,000, definitely I will find the money. He looked at me and he said, go find the money, come and join this business, because this business will allow you to buy one of these Porsche every single year. And that's how awesome. and he actually went and borrowed money from his mother. So the point is that when people tell you I don't have money, a couple of things. First of all, they don't tell you the truth. Because the same people who tell you I don't have $499 or $169 or $3,099 are the same people who every day spend our money on alcohol, on smoke, on things that is actually not good for them, and they don't actually need to use those things. They go party, they go buy grocery, they go buy alcohol, they go buy cigarettes. So they have money for those things, but they don't have money for this business. The reason they say it because they are trying to find a way out or find something for free. So one of the things I tell them is, I tell them, listen, at the beginning I tell them, what's your budget for starting a home-based business that would have potentially make you a millionaire in the future or make you $10,000 per month? And they say, my budget to start a business is maybe $10,000, $20,000 or $30,000, or I can get a business loan and use a credit card or whatever. I'm like, okay. So I show them the business then, and then when it comes to the packages, I tell them, you told me your budget is 10,000 or 3,000 or 4,000, but really this business can start as low as 499 or even 169. So it's already under your budget, so it's awesome. Now, if the person really don't have money, which 99.9% of the time they don't tell you the truth, they actually do have money. If the person really, I can't close it until then I give them an offer. I tell them, find me customers to buy product from me. I'm willing to share the commission. So if find me a customer to buy a watch or a handbag, you know, or whatever product from my website, I'm willing to give you the profit so you can start with the profit, with that profit. So they're going to start referring customers to you if they really want to start the business, but they really don't have money, which is rare. And I tell them, refer me people who are willing to start the business. And so then I tell them, if you refer me, for example, 5 people at Diamond Package, I'm going to cover, or 6 people at Diamond Package, because then every person who started at $4.99 and up, you would make $50 support bonus or wholesale profit. That $50, you can give it to them, or sometimes even hold that $50 until, you know, they refer you enough people, and then use that to open a package for them, to pay for a package for under their name. So the point is that if somebody really want to start this business, you can always help them start it, not by giving them money. Never ever give them money. Most of the time when they say, I don't have money, they're really telling you, can you pay for me? So never do that. Instead, let them earn the money by giving them an opportunity to either refer you people to join your business, or refer you people to buy from you, and then the profit you make from that, you can, you know, let them use that to join your business. And that's it.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That is a very important point that, you know, I very, you know, all the time I say to people in our team, if the topic comes up, that you never ever pay for somebody to do the business. Never ever do that. Okay, because the person will have no stake in the business and they'll never do anything in the business. If the person is so okay, I don't have the money, I like to do this, I can do this. The best thing you can do is ask the person, okay, all right, can you come up with half of the money? Come up with half of the money. We'll sign an agreement, okay, that, you know, you're going to start the business. You know, I'll back you up halfway. And then when you start to make money in the business, that's the worst case scenario. If you have to help somebody with money from your pocket, make sure you write an agreement. You come up with half of the money, and you know it's really in black and white. But don't pay 100% for anybody to start the business. The person will never ever do the business. So I like the idea of you know, asking the person to refer, you know, customers, and you know, you can use part of the money to cover the person's you know, initial startup. That's a good idea.
Totally, and it works. AbdurRazaq, I've used it a few times actually, where I show the business and the person said, I have a big network, but I don't have money. And I said, okay, so introduce me some people. I'm going to show them the same business. They join. I'm going to give you $50 for every person you introduce me. And, you know, and then those $50 literally initially covered, literally like 3 people already covers the retailer package.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
6 people covers the silver package. So we already used that few times, and every single time it works. I did use it more than few times, but you know, and it's funny because then when you realize who's serious, who's not serious, the people who were serious and really didn't have money, they actually went ahead and introduced a lot, referred a lot of people, and introduced referred a lot of customers. The one who were not serious, they just gave up right there. You never hear from them anymore. So that just shows you, why would you want to waste your time, right?
Yes, exactly.
Totally.
Exactly.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry we have to cut yourself short, let ourselves short here, because I know the time is up, and it's great ideas, and I love all the ideas you guys sharing here. We must continue. We have to do a part 2, maybe part 3. But let's schedule that time. The next available Sunday that we have for the training will be May 17th. for the part 2 of handling objections, because every single week in between is already scheduled for other regional ambassador or national ambassador from Nigeria. So May 17th, AbdurRazaq, do we have your availability for that part 2?
Yes, I will be available. I will be available.
Maria, do we have your availability on May 17th as well?
I wouldn't miss this webinars for any price. So yes, I will be available, and we can have a conversation to see if we can actually switch it to one of the upcoming weekends.
I don't think we can switch. We have everyone scheduled tight already. So May 17th will be the date. Next Sunday will be Ms. Hawa. Are you all the way from Nigeria as well to do a compensation plan? So that's another very important training we don't want to miss. And thank you so much, AbdurRazaq and Maria Gederi, for your wonderful training tonight. And this is really important. Let's make sure that, we continue to have amazing training every single week for our amazing attendees all the way from Africa and Europe especially.
Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you so much, AbdurRazaq, for the great training. Have a great evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Maria. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Sherry. I've had a very, very wonderful time. So I don't know, do we have any questions today, or we're just wrapping it up right now?
We have some questions actually come in. We have Christine asking if this training is recorded. Yes, it's recorded. And of course, we have Regional Ambassador Christina. She's asking, here's my question. Why are you telling me to join this business? What have you got to show? So these are the objections she got, I guess. What are you? Why are you telling me to join this business? What have you got to show? I can use this same company method get to set up a similar network with my business here. So sorry, I'm not interested. So what do you answer for that, Maria and
I didn't understand. So the prospect is asking why you're asking me to join your business?
Right. Like I guess what I need to do is I need to unmute Fina to get her to ask the question herself, because to make the better understanding here. Just give me 1 sec. If I can find Fina. There's Fina. Okay. Hello, Christina. Are you there with us?
Yes, I'm here. Hello, Sherry. Hello, everyone.
Hello. So, Fina, would you please repeat your question here? And since we have AbdurRazaq and Maria here to answer the questions you have.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. I was just asking an objection question as well. I was just trying to ask him that, why is he telling me to join the business? What has he got to show to me that I must do this business? And I'm trying to tell him that I can use the same method of the company to set up something for my business personally, so that I can also get people to do this for me and build up for me as well. So why does he want me to do it? Sorry, I'm not interested. So I'm firm about it. What is he going to tell me?
Well, Christina, if the objection is about the method of marketing, like if she or he is trying to question the method of marketing that, I can start doing a network marketing for my own product and business, if that's what he's trying to say, my answer for that, and you can hear AbdurRazaq answer about that as well, but my answer would be the same answer for that Ramin used for, Rolls-Royce and McDonald's. And I say, well, definitely you can use the network marketing method to sell your product as well and do your own business as well. But let me ask you a question. McDonald's and Rolls-Royce are both in franchise business. do you think McDonald's and Rolls-Royce are the same business? And the answer is no, because Rolls-Royce is selling high-end luxury product and McDonald's is selling burger. McDonald's has many competition, and Rolls-Royce has no competition. So that's the difference between high-end designer fashion jewelry or high-end designer fashion product and any other product line. So I would tell him, maybe you could use the network marketing methods for your product or for your business that you're doing, but definitely you cannot create 21 karat gold, 19 karat gold, you know, 950 sterling silver, high-end Italian-made shoes or high-end leather, you know, handbags. You cannot come with those products because those product lines are exclusive to global world trade, and the designer fashion high-end precious commodity industry is a protected industry. They're not taking new clients. The manufacturer we're working with is one of the best in the world. We have this global world trade has over 180 years experience in creating precious commodity and designer products for other designer brands. That's why designer brand industry is a very protected industry. So if you're telling me you are going to create another 21 karat gold Fairy Mosh line, 19 karat gold Fairy or Plankston line, or things that we created, then you know what, good luck. I don't think so. Because even like the most billion-dollar company couldn't create it. But if you're trying to tell me that you can use our method of marketing, definitely you can use our method of marketing for anything you want. Many companies like Amway tried, like Avon tried, but nobody. I don't know personally anyone from Amway or Avon who became millionaire from these companies or made 6-figure or 7-figure income just because the product line they're carrying is low profit margin, cheap, and the competition is very high for them. So that's how I would handle it. And then at the end of the day, here's what I would like to say when it comes to objection. You know, when it comes to objection, it's really how strong you are and how selective you are with your prospect. When I have a prospect who has that kind of attitude, who says, I'm not interested, you know, why you're pushing me to join this business, I already know this prospect is closed. So I say, I got it. I totally got that this business is not for you. So I completely say, it's not for you. I got it. I understand this business is not for everyone. So now the prospect is completely shocked because everybody in network marketing industry trying to convince them, right? So they try to convince them and still get them into their business even though they say, I'm not interested. Now when we come across like, I don't need you to join my business, and I understand this is not for you, your prospect will be shocked because it's different than any other MLM distributor who always approach them. So first I say, I understand this company is not for you, this business is not for everyone. I totally got this is not for you. Now let me just educate you a little bit about what you said. So now they know that I'm not trying to get them, but I'm trying to educate them. So I educate them and I say, you know, the difference between our company and other companies is the difference between Rolls-Royce and McDonald's. They have the same method of marketing, but not the same product line. So maybe you can use the same method of marketing, but you cannot come with the similar or even anywhere close to what we carry. So you can never have anything what we have. And then I just explain what I explained. And then at the end I say, you know, I hope you learn something about the business that can help you with your future businesses, but I totally got that this is not for you. And then the method called take away method. So I use the take away method. When you take away something from people, it becomes even more precious for them, and they want it now because you took it away, right? So use the take away method on people who are rude, who are closed-minded, who are negative, who are resisting, who give you objections. Take it away. When you take it away, they already put their guards down and they realize you're not trying to push them, convince them. So they actually start chasing you when you take it away from them. AbdurRazaq or Sherry, if you have a different answer or something else to add to that, we'd love to hear about it.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Maria. I think the takeaway method is a very good way to answer very negative people. Now, Kafina actually asked at the beginning as well. So the prospect asks you, so I mean, you're trying to show me this business. Can you show me what your progress. Show me, what can you show me your achievement in the business? Now, this is a very, very tough question, especially for people that don't have, any results. And we keep seeing them in our businesses, some of our partners, they keep complaining. My prospect tells me, I don't have anything to show. I've not earned any income. So what I advise is, like Maria said, it is always your posture. You have to be strong. You have to, be confident. Tell the person, okay, fantastic. I don't have any results yet. I just got started, but you know what? I see a very, very big future for me in the business. And I have partners. I have senior partners that are already successful. We have $100,000 earners in the business. In the business. Hey, here in Nigeria, we have people who are already earning $10,000, $25,000 in the business. I can connect you with them. They can talk with you. All right. So you use, your senior partners in the business. Use their results. Get them, in front of your prospects. Get them on a three-way call, get them in person to talk with that person, make the person realize that, yes, you don't have the results, you just got started. And your aim is to hit $500 every week. That's how I got started. I didn't wake up and start to make $25,000 a month. My excitement about GWT was the day I realized I could earn $500 a week. That was exciting for me, and that was my goal. I tell you, I was over the moon. $500 a week, and it started growing from 500, 1,000, and it's where it is right now. So believe in yourself. Have that vision that I tell people, what is worth doing is worth doing well. You come in with a mindset to become a regional ambassador as quickly as possible. Now that is relative. How quick do you want it? Is it going to be, in 7 months? Is it going to be in a year, 2 years, 3 years? You set the target for yourself, and once you begin to work at that long-term, target, that long-term goal, guess what? You'll hit $500 a week. You'll hit $1,000 a week. You start to hit 10,000, 2,000, 5,000. Eventually, you get into the 25K club, 50K club. It's a journey of, it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. Okay? So have that at the back of your mind. Okay? Make a long-term commitment. 2 years at least. 5 years is good, commit 5 years in the business, but at least commit 2 years of, focus, of determination, and you will hit the mark eventually.
Absolutely.
Back to you, Sherry.
Thank you so much, AbdurRazaq. Thank you so much, Maria. I'm sorry, everyone, team. I have to take it away from you now because it's way over time. But we will take it away. we will continue on May 17th for the handling objection, and next week we are going to have Hawa. So stay tuned, team. And this is a great training. Please join us every single week and share with your team. Share with everyone in your organization. Bring them to our webinar every single week at 9:15 Nigeria time and Central Europe time as well. Okay? I'll talk to you next week at the same time. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everyone. Have a lovely, lovely week ahead.